Hi, Bob Thompson. Today we're going to run some speed tests using H2O Wireless on my Google LG Nexus 5. I signed up for H2O Wireless a few days ago. I bought this $55 starter kit to bring your own device to H2O Wireless. It comes with a SIM card and a $50 30-day monthly plan. That's the airtime plan. So the SIM card is a 2-in-1 SIM. A standard SIM comes on the plastic card, and then you can punch out a micro SIM, and micro SIM is the size SIM that you need for the Google LG Nexus 5. So this also comes with this $50 30-day monthly plan. You get unlimited talk, text, and MMS. You have 2 gigabytes of high-speed data. The H2O Wireless is what's known as a mobile virtual network operator, or MVNO for short. What this means is they don't actually own their own cellular network. They lease time from another company, and then in bulk, and then they resell that to you. They manage all the sales, the marketing, the billing, the customer support themselves. H2O Wireless uses the ATT network. So if you have a phone a GSM phone that will support the ATT network, you can use H2O Wireless. You can even use it if your smartphone is locked to the ATT network. So one important thing to point out is that H2O Wireless, they use the ATT 4G HSPA Plus network, not ATT's 4G LTE network. So it's not as fast as 4G LTE. So I've activated the SIM. I've installed it in my phone. I went into the settings and I set up the APN, and we can try and run speed test to look at the performance. Alright, so I'm using the Euclid speed test app. You can find that in the Google Play Store. It's free. Just download it, install it on your phone. I find that it's very useful for measuring network performance. Alright, so I ran the app, and we have network communication issues. Okay, so let's take a look at speed test. So I've installed the Euclid speed test app on my phone. You can get that in the Play Store. It's free. I find it a very useful tool for measuring the data speeds using the cellular network. Alright, so let's run the speed test app here. So maybe we'll run it 3 times and compare the results. Alright, so I located the server in the Boston area, which is where I live. So I think I'll point out here, you'll see the H in the status bar. The H stands for HSPA plus. Okay, so we have our results from the first test. We had a ping time of 240 milliseconds, a download speed of 1.65 megabits per second down, and an upload speed of 0.14 megabits per second up. So ping is a measure of latency. It's how long does it take before you get the first data response from the server you contacted. So a lower number is better. It's how long you're waiting to get that first piece of data back. So that's about a quarter of a second. So a lower number is better on the ping. And then on the download speed, a higher number is better, obviously. So we had 1.65 megabits per second down, which is kind of consistent with what you would see on the ATT HSP A+ network in the middle of the day, at least in my area. And then the upload speed is 0.4 megabits per second, and that's a little bit slow. But again, I suspect that's just due to network congestion or utilization. Let's run the test 2 more times, and then we'll just compare some results. All right, so we ran it a second time, and the results are similar. Let's run it a third time, and then we can look at all the results. All right, so we've run it the third time, and let's look at the results. And for some reason on the Android app, you have to hit the time to make sure it's sorted with the most recent results at the top. All right, so in our 3 runs, we saw between 1 megabit per second down, and then 0.13 megabits per second up, and a little higher the last time at 0.35 megabits per second up. So again, this is sort of consistent with what I've seen using the ATT network this time of the day. Let's scroll down here because I've gone through running the test a number of times, preparing to make this video. So you can see some time results from yesterday, around the same time yesterday, or similar. We had actually a little bit faster time on the upload yesterday, over a megabit per second. So again, more results there, all in the kind of the same range. All right, so we looked at some of the time results. I guess it's just sort of in conclusion, I would say I actually liked H2O Wireless. You can look for my full review of signing up and that whole process on Smartphone Matters. That will be coming soon. The service offers reasonable speeds for the ATT 4G HSPA Plus network. It's a great choice if you have a phone that doesn't support 4G LTE. So for instance, if you're using an iPhone 4 or 4S, or maybe like a Nokia Lumia 520 or a Motorola G or Motorola E, any of the smartphones that don't support 4G LTE, this can be a very good choice for you. If you're using a newer smartphone that does support 4G LTE, like the Google Nexus 5 here, and data speeds are important to you, then you might want to look for a service that actually does support 4G LTE. Typically what I've noticed is that the upload times on the HSPA Plus network are considerably slower than on the LTE network. So if you do a lot of activity like uploading a lot of photos, then I think you would notice a difference. But again, I think it's a great choice if you have a phone that doesn't support 4G LTE, or if data speed is not your most important consideration. So if you have any questions, leave a comment. Head over to Smartphone Matters and look for the full review, which will be coming soon. Thanks for watching.